Hello, everyone. Welcome to Company on Stage and our production of the Connor side of the universe. This show has strong language, adult situations, and some sexual situations. Okay. Now you know Connor. I'm using those words liberally. So, please turn off your cell phones. If you came here straight from the '90s, turn off your beepers, your pagers. Put your payphones out in the lobby. Okay, we don't need any of that right now. And please enjoy the show. If you were offended, sorry, don't care. Bye.
We're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's the signpost up ahead. Your next stop, the Connor side of the universe.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom.
The year is 2244. It's 275 years after the North American sexual revolution. And thanks to the infinite improvements in technology, the human race has evolved into an emotionally immature, maladroit society with undeveloped long-term memories. In other words, not much has changed. Because of mankind's resilience, medical progress, and the refusal to accept reality, boners of the groin are no longer rare, not even for ghosts. What is becoming scarce are boners of the heart. This is a story with a heart boner.
Saddam Hussein, Mussolini, and Bill Cosby. Kill one, fuck one, marry one. Go.
We're not playing this game.
Oh my God. I forgot how far Earth is from Mars.
Yes, very far, Captain Grafness.
What to talk about to pass the time?
Anything, but please no stupid games, and let's not talk about old movies like you always do.
What? I hardly ever talk about old movies.
You always talk about old movies, and then I have to sit there and pretend to laugh and say, oh, that does sound funny, or I should check that out.
I don't do that.
You definitely do that, especially when you're drunk.
Okay, I do not get drunk. I'm a spaceship captain. I can't do that stuff as much anymore. Janine?
Yes?
Can I confess something?
Of course, darling.
I'm in love!
Yes, I know, Captain Grafness. That's why we're headed to Earth.
Say why. Exactly why. I want to hear it.
We are flying to Earth so you can have your second date with your true love.
Oh, that sentence sounds so good from your lips. Way better than, hey, Captain, the toilet's clogged again.
Okay, that is not my fault. These toilets need more water and more pressure.
Yeah, funny. Because I don't have any problem.
How do you two meet again?
You know how these things go. Boy meets girl. Boy takes girl to the bar to meet boy's friends. Boy's friend is a spaceship captain who charms girl to the point of seriously doubting why she's with the boy. Boy has too much to drink. Captain offers to drive boy and girl home. Captain drops boy out first, then girl gives Captain a handy on the way to her home.
Yes. How could I forget?
Janine, it's a tale as old as time.
Okay, so spill it, Genevieve. Tell me about this new man. A captain?
Oh, he's wonderful. I'm so excited about our second date tonight.
Tell me about the night you met.
Oh, how does anyone meet anyone, Stephanie?
Well, I mean all my boyfriends on AshleyMadison.com.
No, nothing like that. We met in person, actually.
Oh, okay. So last I knew, you were with Kenny. Now you're all slip and slide over some new man.
Well, that's the funny thing. Kenny me out to meet his friends for the first time, and that's when he introduced me to Grafness, or Captain Grafness.
No way. I had no idea Kenny rolls with captains.
Apparently so. Anyways, Kenny was so excited. So the second I met him, I was instantly attracted to him. He was older, yeah, intriguing. Anyways, Kenny was so excited that I was meeting his friends for the first time. He let his friend get black hole drunk.
Oh, I hate it when boys get black hole drunk.
Me too. So Captain Graf, being a total gentleman, offered to drive us home, and he dropped off Kenny first, and he was a total gentleman to me on the ride home, and then we exchanged numbers.
Oh my God. You totally cheated on Kenny, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I forgot to mention that right before Kenny blacked out, he whispered into my ear that he wasn't into girls anymore, and that we were through, and that I could hook up with any guy I wanted to, especially his oldest and dearest friend.
You lie.
No, I don't. I know my story sounds very convenient, but it's true.
You're lying. I could read it all over that money shot canvas of yours.
Stephanie Meyer, Bella, Twilight, Edward Jacob, you watch that mouth.
Ouch! Is it my full name? Really? Okay, fine. So you're not a cheater. I still don't believe you didn't sleep with him, though.
No, I didn't. I told you. And I think I'm gonna wait. I did give him a gentleman's hand job, though.
Oh, of course, he gave you a ride home. One must never forget her manners.
If you don't got manners.
Of course. Besides, he might not have let you out of the car otherwise. So, how is he size-wise?
Oh, huge, like.
Like Conor Farrell?
Like Conor Farrell.
That big day!
So then, Mrs. Doubtfire says, hello!
Oh my God, with the cake icing all over her face.
Totally covering her face. It's hilarious.
That does sound funny.
Yeah, I saw it the other day on Space Flicks, under classics.
Oh, so what sets this man apart? Is it just because he's a captain?
No, he's different. He's strong, older, thoughtful. Maybe that's what makes him so attractive. He's very thoughtful, the way a mature man should be.
Janine, what's more disastrous? A giraffe on a crowded elevator or a giraffe on a crowded people mover at an airport?
That's tough because you say disastrous.
See, that's why I'm good at these, because I say disastrous. It's harder than.
Well, you seem happy. I'm glad. Myself, I begin to wonder if real relationships even exist.
What do you mean? You just got out of a relationship.
Oh, I would hardly call that a relationship. It was like organized hookups, like basically scheduled sex and nothing more. As intimate as masturbation. I think that's how all my relationships have been post-grade school.
Well, you have been thorping it for a while.
What in the world does that mean?
Thorpe was a subscriber of epicureanism in the 21st century. He spent his days slaying puss with no regard of consequence. Legend says that he destroyed the hopes and dreams of thousands of women and was incapable of feeling any remorse.
Well, I guess so. But is it wrong to want more? Is there more even out there? I want to love like they used to write about. Sorry I'm being so lame.
So then, Erin Brockovich says, they're called boobs, Ed.
No, I mean, I want that too, a real love. I mean, I think I have that now, maybe. I really like Captain Grafness. He's different, you know? He's special.
So then, Zero Dark 30 says,
Enough! I'm tired of talking about old movies you've seen. And Zero Dark 30 is not the name of Jessica Chastain's character. It's the movie title.
Jeez, I didn't know I was talking to such a movie buff.
Just like Jaws is the name of the movie, not the shark. The shark's name is Bruce.
Jeez, didn't know I was talking to an encyclopedia of all movies.
I'm sorry. It's just every time you refer to the character as a movie title, I want to cut my ears off.
Jeez, I didn't know I was talking to such a bitch. I'm kidding, yes. I'm kidding. That last one was just to get a rise out of you. You see, It's just that we're getting closer to Earth and I'm nervous about tonight, our second date.
How could you be nervous? I've known you for years and you've been with hundreds of women.
Millions. If you count sex robots.
No one counts the robots, but see, hundreds of women, and I've never known you to be nervous.
I know. Usually I'm a real Thorpe. But there's something different about her. She's more reserved, maybe? I was thinking about that while she gave me a gentleman's hand job. It was so cute and old-fashioned. It got me thinking, maybe it's true. The girls in the South are different.
So it is different. What are you going to do different this time in your past relationships?
Well, I don't know.
Well, how many failed relationships have you had?
Well, they've all failed, obviously. Hundreds, maybe? Millions if we count the sex robots.
Nobody counts robots. Well, you're going to have to do something different if you want it to work.
But like I said, I think we'll wait a little bit before we have sex.
Well, if she's different or reserved, maybe try something subtle or romantic.
Like, I think
After our date, I'm going to ask her to watch porn together with me.
Like, I think we'll wait till a third date or something before we have sex.
Wow, that's beautiful. Like love in ancient times.
Yeah, like I'm not religious or anything, but I want it to be special, you know?
I don't know how you're going to do it. You're going to have the self-control of a gynecologist.
That's right. I have laser focus and it's unwavering.
And he's going to have the self-control of an ear, nose, and throat specialist.
You know how else I know it's love?
How?
Her downstairs was soaking with little to no encouragement.
How can you be so candid and disgusting in the same statement?
I don't like you, Andy. Every time I look at your face, I feel like my head is going to explode. Even your name drives me nuts. Andy. It's so pedestrian. You know what I like to do? I like to imagine that you come from a family that is known for having huge penises. That's right. Every male in your family tree, as far back as anyone can remember, has had an abnormally large penis. Except you, Andy. No, when you were born, you had a hole where your hereditary dick should have been. And every day, your father feels shame that his family legacy didn't pass on through you. This hole would serve no purpose but for me to stick my hand in. And I would operate your mouth like a puppet. And I'd make you do sex acts on me. Oh, every day just sucking and sucking at me. And when you're not sucking, I'm feeding you McDonald's. Is this some sort of trick, Andy? Is this some perverse trick? Is your boss turned on by you? No, Andy. It's just a power move because that's how much I hate you. Me degrading you with sex acts all day under my desk, feeding you bad fast food, and only occasionally when we go shopping together for button eyes. What do you think about that, Andy?
Sir, I'm Bernard. I'm hired. I just came to pick up my first day's paperwork.
Angela, where's Andy? Send in Andy.
You fired Andy yesterday, sir.
I did?
Yes, sir.
Why did I do that?
You said it was a difference of opinion, sir.
That doesn't sound like me.
You said, and I quote, Andy, you should exchange your big penis for a puppet hole. Andy disagreed, so you fired him.
Okay, that does sound like something I would say. Well, who else is out there?
at his desk.
Carl, sit in, Carl.
Yes.
Carl. Coral? Carol? Carl.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Carl, come in, have a seat. Let me ask you a question, Carl. Do you like hunting and fishing, Carl? Do you like fishing?
Sure, I guess.
Of course you do, Carl. Everybody likes fishing. Except me, Carl. No, I don't like fishing. In fact, I hate fishing. Every time I see a poor fish gasping, dying, I bawl, Carl. I bawl like a little bitch. Like, I'm nearly unconsolable, like a little baby child. Do you think I'm a wimp, Carl? Do you think I'm a bitch boy?
No, sir.
You think I'm a pussy, don't you, Carl?
Sir, no.
Oh, look at me, the big boss can't keep his emotions in check when he sees a poor fish dying. Oh, I'm the big pussy boss man, pretend tough guy.
Sir, please.
I'm the big sissy angel baby boss with the gorgeous hair, pretty eyes, and legs for days. Is that it? Are these your thoughts, Carl? Am I describing your thoughts? Are you my dad, Carl? Do I have Thanksgiving with you now, Carl?
Sir, enough. I assure you, I couldn't care less whether you cry at a funeral or during a Hallmark commercial. I am here to do a job and get paid by you.
What about my hair, Carl?
I have no opinion.
My eyes? No opinion on my eyes? What about my legs, Carl? My ex-wife said I had legs for days. Is that a true statement, Carl? What are your thoughts?
I have no thoughts on the matter.
What if I paid you to have thoughts?
You don't.
Doing a good job around here, Carl. Now get the fuck out. Amanda, you have outdone yourself. This food is so effing good.
Oh, thank you, baby. I have to tell you, butter has been a revelation.
Is that what I'm tasting in these mashed potatoes? The butter?
I don't want to give away all my secrets, but yes, I'm using butter now.
Butter, huh? Well, it's good. It's effing good. In fact, Luke, son, I wish you were 16 already, so you can really let loose with the F-bomb because this food is so censored F-word good.
Dad, I want to go to med school.
That's nice. I don't see how that's going to help you sell cars on my lot.
I want to be a doctor, Dad.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hey, language.
Do you want to do this now, Mark? On a night when my lovely bride, whom I carried across the threshold, started using butter in the mashed potatoes.
I'm sure he's only joking. You are only joking, aren't you, son?
No, I want to help people.
Help people? You can! You can help people by finding a fuel-efficient automobile with top safety ratings. Where is this coming from? You've never shown any interest in this before. It's that new Indian neighbor boy down the street, isn't it? What did I tell you, Amanda, when he moved in?
I have shown an interest. You just never noticed. Why do you think I bought all those medical books?
I thought you liked looking at open wounds. Amanda, honey, what did I say to you when I saw that he had those books?
You said, look, our son is taking an interest in injuries just like his old man.
Just like his old man, and just like my old man. We come from a strong lineage of men who like looking at open wounds and serious injuries.
On Monday, I start volunteering at Texas Children's, and I just thought that both of you should know.
Why are you doing this to me? Are you trying to hurt me?
I don't want to sell cars, Dad.
Then sell trucks! I don't understand!
I'm gonna finish my dinner up in my room.
No! You leave that plate here, young man. I'll be eating the doctor's mashed potatoes. And all this time, I thought Luke was the disappointment.
Hey!
This can't be a surprise, son.
Well, yeah.
No, you remember at Christmas when we told you that you didn't get any presents because Santa ate them because you forgot to leave out the cookies? Well, that was a lie, son. I ate your presents, and the cookies too, because you have been a disappointment at every turn.
That's why your father was so sick, baby. He ate an entire PlayStation console.
But all that's in the past now. I'm back. Starting Monday, I'll take you to the office and teach you the art of short selling. And, effective immediately, you can start drinking filtered water again. No more tap water for my #1 son. Wait, come back. Oh, thank you. What? I can learn to love you. Oh, Amanda, honey, where did we go wrong?
I wish I knew. If only teenage boys came with an instruction manual.
Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive her King. Let everyone.
Well. Who do we have here interrupting the beeps and the boops of all the lovely hospital machines?
Hello, Doctor. I'm Bruce. This is Carol.
Hello, we're students representing the charity Carolers Care.
Doctor, it's a pleasure.
I'm sure it is for you alone.
Doctor, please.
I'm Dr. Powerbottom.
Oh, laugh all you want to Dr. Powerbottom's last name. But let me tell you something. Should either of you acquire an STD, he may be the only one who can keep you from passing it on to others.
Well, how's that?
Well, I get right in there and cut that thing right off or right out.
Oh, God!
That sounds extreme. There's still dirty needles, blood transfusions.
I only promise you won't spread it to your dirty, nasty bits. Trust me, I'm the leading mind in cock and puss removal in these parts. I also used to organize many ritual large group suicides.
That sounds even worse.
The only thing that sounds worse is that song you were shouting at that poor, wealthy train accident victim. What schools did you say you were here from?
The Technical Institute of Technology Studies.
We're first-year students.
Well, as a graduate of state school, the Technical Institute of Technologies Studies were my natural rivals. I should have known just by looking at you that you were a couple of tits.
Doctor, they weren't just caroling.
Is that what you call that? I've heard better sounds from delivery rooms. That's probably on account of my twisted fetish.
Yeah, doctor, please, stay professional.
All right. If there's one thing I hate, it's caroling. If there's one thing I hate more than that, it's interracial caroling.
What the fuck?
I hate clowns who visit patients. I hate star athletes to come in and visit. And for that matter, I hate the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
What the hell is your problem?
What's my problem? What's your problem? Why do you feel you have to come in here and shout tired old tunes at the recovering or dying? Is it to make you feel better about how shitty of a person you are?
No, that's not
Is it for attention? Because you're a rock star!
Absolutely not. It's so crazy to think that we came in here out of the goodness of our hearts and not for some shallow self-pursuit.
It's for extra credit, isn't it? I knew it! Never the selfless act. The rock star needs the press, and the student needs the extra credit.
Well, doctor, they were just trying to raise spirits around this place.
You know what raises spirits around here? Cures, surgeons, and stitches. You two are just a distraction.
Oh, we're just trying to bring joy.
Don't bring joy! I'll bring joy! Joy's parents can bring joy until Joy's car gets fixed. Once Joy's car gets fixed, then only I can bring joy into this place.
Dr. Powerbottom, for what it's worth, many of the patients enjoy the visit around the holiday season. I mean, they don't care whether the caroler is getting extra credit or is a volunteer.
There's no doubt what?
Doctor, this hospital has had carolers for years.
That was before Grandpa put me in charge. Now I'm King Kong down around these parts, and I say it's high time we started making some changes.
Whoa, what sort of changes?
First off, sexier nurse outfits. Hell, sexier outfits for everyone, including administration and patients. It's high time we started knowing what people are working with around here. Second, soda in the water fountains. And third, starting Monday, we plant that money tree that I've been having fever dreams about.
Doctor, are you on drugs? Outfit changes would be a violation of the sanitation code. Soda in the water fountain sounds like something a fifth grader running for class president would promise. And finally, there is no such thing as a money tree.
Well, then I guess that just leaves the carolers.
If you want to get rid of us, then how about a little wager?
Think of it as a little school versus school pride match.
We'll have a carol-off.
Interesting. What are the stakes?
If you win, we'll leave for good. But if we win, we get to sing all we want, and you have to sign our school credit form.
Interesting proposal. On the one hand, I run this place and I can do whatever the fuck I want. But on the other hand, it might be good to warm up the old pipes and humiliate some smart-ass teens.
Doctor, please remember your...
I accept the idea.
Great!
When and where?
Not so fast. You haven't heard my conditions.
All right, what are your conditions?
If you win, sing your hearts out, fine.
And if you win?
Then I take you as my teen bride and we stay married until the Texans are respectable again.
What? That could take forever! No way, you crazy nut! Come on, Carol, let's get out of this horrible
Have
place!
you lost your mind?
I accept.
What?
Under two conditions.
Oh.
You donate 1 year's salary to the charity Carolers Care. Money will go towards logistics and costumes to fund future visits. And after that 1 year's salary is paid, you will step down from your position and never practice in the medical field again.
Interesting. Who's gonna run this place? Steve the janitor? Hell, he's a regular Jerry Sandusky. I don't think so.
We will, Carol and I, together.
Oh, little girl, you're crazy. If
And
you
it's
think
sealed
that
with a
it's-
shake. I hope you two know what you're doing, because I'm gonna carol my titties off.
Oh, meet back here. 1 hour. Carol, what were you thinking? He'll make you his teen bride if you lose.
And as fucked up as that sounds, all I could think about was, if he's this mean to two people with good intentions, he shouldn't be anyone's doctor, let alone running the whole hospital.
Well, I don't like it, but we're in it now.
Together.
Hell, maybe we pull this off, get the money for the charity, and in a year we're running the whole damn place.
That'd be something.
I get a nice paycheck, get my stepdad off my back.
I'd get a comfortable place. Make my parents proud, you know?
I'd buy a sweet truck, jacked all to hell, with flames painted all over the fucking thing. I'd be driving down the road and people would be like, "Whoa, is that dude driving a fucking fireball?" No, that's just that dude's sweet-ass truck.
I see that truck, Bruce. It's beautiful. Thanks for standing by me, Bruce.
Carol, if you do lose and you become Mrs. Powerbottom, I just feel you should know I have never had an orgasm thinking about you.
Well, I'm both disgusted and offended.
But no, I meant that as a compliment. You see, I always started with thinking about you, but as I was about to finish, I would switch and think of something else because I respect you too much.
Well, what should we sing to win? Duet?
I was thinking something Irish. You know, change it up to confuse him a little.
I think I know exactly what you're thinking.
Bernice, how come we never got together? We seemed so compatible.
We were together. We were married. And then you said you had Clyde Barrow disease and couldn't ever have sex. And then you slept with another woman.
Oh, the good old days. You know what would be funny? If you and I did an impression of two people having sex. But like, realistic. Like, French realistic.
Ew, no. Oh, God. An hour's almost passed and you haven't practiced at all.
Practice for what?
For your high-stakes carol-off with the two teenagers from Tits.
Tits? Whoa, I am so lost right now.
Doctor, get your act together.
Bernice, you're gonna have to spell this out for me. I had quite a drug cocktail this morning.
You said you would donate a year's worth of salary based on your ability to sing Christmas carols.
What? Carols? No, I love carols as much as the next guy, but I can't sing it. I don't know the words.
Dr. Powerbottom, you just put your job on the line.
Oh,
You said if you lost, after 1 year, you would turn the running of the hospital over to those two students if you lost.
Bernice, you gotta help me. I was really fucked up.
I can't help you. I don't even. Oh, great. Now here they come.
Okay, I got an idea. Just back up dance or something as I go along.
Then think about were dirty whores.
Bruce, Carol, back to claim your beating, I see.
Are you ready, Doctor?
We've never been more ready in our lives.
It was Christmas Eve, babe.
In the drunk tank, the old man sang to me.
You will never see another.
Boring. My turn. I wanna rock and roll all night and Christmas every day. Every night in my dreams, I'm on Santa's nice list. This is how I know he exists. Once more, he fills up my tree. It's the circle of life, and it moves us all through faith and hope. And it's those blurred lines, you know you want it, you know you need it.
None of that was even caroling.
What's a carol?
We won and we only sang 3 lines.
All right, you're right. I was terrible, I'm sorry.
You were on drugs this morning, weren't you? Stop doing drugs.
You're right. If this wasn't a wake-up call, I don't know what is.
You're a little messed up right now, aren't you?
I sure am.
Get treatment. You said you had a problem with interracial caroling this morning.
All right. What do you guys say we all make a pact?
You are not getting this hospital back.
No. When my year is done, I'm gone, I promise.
All right, what kind of pact?
How about if in 10 years, none of us are married, we all come back to this same spot, and we all have sex. And if the ladies get pregnant, well then, we'll all get married, and Bruce and I will be the best goddamn parents you've ever seen.
This place is just down the hall from the neonatal unit.
I'm talking about having a foursome with the possibility of becoming one family unit. And you have a problem with location? Ah! Fine, we'll meet at the burn unit. Ah! Well, Bruce, looks like those prudes are out. It's down to just you and me. In 10 years, we'll both come back to this place and we'll both fuck each other. I'll start by boning you and then you can bone me. Hell, let's make it 5 years. We better work out what each other will wear so we'll be able to recognize each other. I'm thinking cowboyish for me.
Oh no, I will never do that. I was just wondering if you validate parking.
No, we don't. Ah! We can start, wait! Don't leave me! Oh God, I lost my hospital! Oh, and my butthole burns because I had too spicy a wing yesterday. And nobody wants to be my bride.
You know I can't wear cowboy boots.
Neither can I. I can't slide my foot in cowboy boots.
Exactly. If you have a high arch, you just can't slip your foot into the boot.
Really? I never had that problem.
I have a nice pair of boots at home. I mean, they are nice.
Justin's?
No, they're mine.
No. I mean the brand. Justin.
Nicer. One level up. Anyway, regardless, they were a gift from a plant manager. I told them I appreciate it, but they should go to someone who would wear boots. You know what he told me? He said, fill them boots up with beans and pour water into them. The beans absorb the water and expand, but you gotta be careful. You can split them suckers in half. I'm serious.
If you put beans in something and then pour water into it, it makes things bigger?
You heard me.
Sometime later.
Stop stuffing beans into your penis. You are destroying your urethra.
Doc, look, it was an accident this time, I swear. I had just gotten out of the shower, and I was walking down the hallway, and I slipped, on account of being wet, and I fell into a pile of beans, and yes, the beans and the water went into my penis, and it was an accident, I swear. I mean, I know that beans and water will make my hammer bigger.
Stop stuffing beans in your dick and pouring water into your dick.
Doc, aren't you listening to me? I said it was an accident.
You will break your penis. Never again do this.
Doc, I swear.
Susan, what happened?
We were grocery shopping the other day, and this is the finest steak in all the county, and we are done.
Oh, I have to pick up one more item.
You're not buying any more beans.
I'm gonna cook them this time, I swear.
The doctor warned you.
You know, they never tell you whether this brand absorbs water better than the other brand.
It shouldn't matter if you're going to cook them.
Oh, right, these'll do. All right, so let's get home so I can put these in my pea. So I can cook them. Yes.
Sometime later.
Doug, you better not be doing what I think you're doing in there.
Don't pretend! You know exactly what I'm doing! I caught you reading my day planner this morning!
You are not going to grow your penis. You're just hurting yourself. Your penis is fine.
My penis is fine. Ha! That's the laugh! My penis sucks dick, and you know it!
You don't have to do this.
Correction! I won't have to do this once my penis gets all huge! Oh! Oh, God, it hurts! I have to go to the hospital! Doc, I mean, it's like it's crazy. Like, what am I doing wrong? Why isn't this working?
Jackass. It doesn't work that way. And even if it did work that way, it wouldn't be working for you because baked beans do not expand in water. Dry beans expand in
my beans, of course! Honey, we need to stop by the store on the way home for something.
I want a divorce.
I know a guy.
You know, I wasn't always Bigwig Steve, the big CEO with the fancy car. No, not even close. You know, as I get older, I find it more and more difficult to relate to my younger self. My younger self was a thoughtful dreamer Steve with an unknown future. Always hopeful, living in a middle-class house with the rest of the Wigingtons. I wasn't always a business savant, no. In fact, I was just a scared little boy trying to find my way in the world.
Shoes. Oh, where are my fucking shoes?
I better not be with their cousin, Steve!
No, Dad, I wasn't cussing. Not me, Dad. I don't cuss. Oh, God damn it!
God damn it is right, boy. You learn some fucking respect in this house and quit using that foul language in here, boy.
I may have forgotten to mention that I was raised by a family of human-sized chickens.
But Dad! Uh-oh, Dad. What's going on? Is Steve up to his old cussing ways again?
Don't you start too, George. Rustling up Steve's feathers and all. And you, Steve, using the Lord's name in vain.
Dad.
What if Mama were alive and heard you talking like that?
But Dad...
Enough! What's with you boys, huh? Get over here. Do I have to remind you how hard it is being a single dad who is also a giant chicken just trying to raise two boys the only way he knows how?
I'm sorry, Dad. Just frustrated because I can't find my shoes.
Yeah, sorry, Dad. I guess I'm just a bit of an excited mess. What with Catherine coming over today and all.
Well, look, you boys are two birds of a feather. You don't always have to like each other. But you can be civilized. That's what your mother would have wanted.
Dad, why did Mom have to die?
God called her home, son.
Well, I hate God.
Son, don't say that. You needed her in heaven.
Well, I need her. Why does God need her?
I can't try to explain why God does what God does. That's God's business. My business is selling fleshlights to traveling businessmen so they don't get in trouble on the road. That's my business. Well, hell, maybe your mother has to take care of your deceased brother and sister who were turned into a family bucket for people to eat from KFC.
They didn't even finish eating Jill and Marcos.
Son, at that point it is their choice. Jill and Marcos have their calling, just like you or I, or even your mother.
Did Mom turn into a family bucket to be served at a fast food chain?
No. No, she didn't. You boys don't remember, do you?
I shook my head no, but I remembered. But this was Dad's story to tell, and I felt it would be best that George hear it from him.
Goodbye, my dear! Goodbye, my dear! I waved to your mother as she backed down the driveway. When I get home, we'll make love everywhere! Everywhere! I questioningly called out, oh, I thought certain places were off limits. I mean in the house, silly. Had I known, I would have ran and stopped her. Don't take the gun! Hell, we don't even need the money. But you know your mother and her stubborn ways. At 9:08 a.m., your mother walked into a corner store with a loaded handgun and demanded money from the clerk. They say she disguised her voice to sound like Droopy Dog. Her best impression. Just put the money in the bag, motherfucker. Just down the aisle, a police officer happened to be filling up his cup of coffee for the day's work ahead. In an effort to protect herself, she put the clerk hostage. Soon the place was surrounded. People have tried to tell me that she pointed the gun at the cop with the hope that he would fire on her and put her out of her misery. What kind of mental hell your mother was going through after Jill and Marcos were taken from us? Well, I think it was suicide by a cop.
That's what suicide by cop means, Dad.
What? It does? Oh, hell, I've been agreeing with people this whole time. Anyway, at 9:08 a.m., your mother walked into a grocery store. By 10 a.m., she was Jill and Marco's mother again. In heaven.
Do you really think Mom is with my brothers and sisters in heaven?
That's what I believe, son. But, hell, maybe that's something I just tell myself to make it through the day.
It's still difficult to hear that story. Dad sure had his handfuls with a couple of knuckleheads like us. George was a real ball of nerves. After all, the girl he'd been dating for the last couple of months was coming over for dinner in a few hours to meet Dad and myself. So he was a nervous wreck. And given the bomb that he was about to drop on us, I would have been nervous myself.
For Pete's sake, look at my talent. Steve, did you poop behind the couch?
Well, does it look like brown human poop or chicken poop?
I didn't look down and study that darn thing, you smartass.
Well, I only poop in the toilet.
Right. Tell that to the baby version of you. Back then, everything was a toilet. Your pants, the floor, laps. Makes Mr. High and Mighty up still making renovations because you need a toilet.
It wasn't me, Dad. I'll get you a towel.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my
Calm
God!
down, son! You're gonna...
All right. Oh, holy shit! Holy
Language! Calm down, son. I'm sure I'm gonna... Holy shit.
Dad, manners! Cat, honey, come on in. Dad, I want you to meet my new girlfriend, Catherine.
Dad was obviously very distraught. The girl that George had been dating for the last 6 months was a vegetable? Dad fancied himself a tolerant man, but this was ridiculous.
And then I found out we both got accepted to Texas A&M. And after talking to Catherine, I thought we should give it a shot, dating through college.
George, this is highly irregular. I just don't understand.
Dad, I know she's a human, but my brother's a human.
Oh, leave me out of this.
Steve, I could really use some support right now. Dad, if you could just look past her skin and see the feathers within.
Your girlfriend is in a coma!
Dad, she'll hear you.
No, she won't. How the hell did she get into college?
She has a spotless attendance record, and she's an active varsity cheerleader. She's a flyer.
What the hell are you talking about?
Dad, I know it's hard. Your boys are growing up. I'll be in college soon, and Steve is only a year behind me. Soon the house will be empty. But I'll be here, Dad. I'll come visit. I'm taking the lessons you taught me with me to college. And I know this sounds crazy, but I love Catherine. She's the woman of my dreams.
That's beautiful, son. But she's in a coma. What if she dies? Have any idea how hard that is? How did you two meet?
She was in a hospital that I volunteered at over the summer. It's not all bad news, Dad. She has a 3% survival rate.
Volunteering. That's good, son. 3%? I'm not good at math, but that doesn't sound good.
I know. But I'd rather take my chances, invest my time and love with the most exciting woman I've ever met with a 3% chance of survival than give happiness a 0% chance and pull the plug myself.
That's beautiful, son, but it's hard falling in love, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, and then losing it.
I know. Luckily, I have a great old man.
You do?
I do! He taught me resilience, responsibility, and risk-taking. Holy shit!
Language! It's a lady prison!
Oh, I'm sorry, Catherine, but it's my shoes. And look, they're all stretched out with big talon holes in them. Oh my. George, you wouldn't know anything about this, would you?
I thought they were mine!
You don't wear shoes.
I forgot!
Now, nobody would confuse my brother for a Vincent candidate, but inside he had the heart of gold. That was our family growing up. That was our dad. When George introduced Catherine to Dad, I was blown away. He was not shocked. He was not surprised by anything. He was more afraid that if he fell in love and she died, then George would experience the same pain that my dad felt. Not prejudice, not judgment. It was beautiful. I mean, I knew my dad was tough, but I didn't know how deep and thoughtful he was until that moment. Now, I want to fast forward to 1 year ago. We all gathered to celebrate Dad's last birthday at the hospital.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, beautiful, boys. If only your mother were here.
I'm sure she is, looking down from heaven with Jill and Marcos and Chicken Dave and Steve and Carl and Angela and Bernice.
Oh, don't go heating up the oil. I ain't dead yet.
Rudy, shut up!
Oh, he's all right. Rudy's just practicing his clucks, like you boys used to do. Sure feels good letting her rip the old clucks.
Sorry, Dad. I just didn't want him to be disruptive with you being sick and all.
He's all right. Say, when was the last time you boys clucked?
Oh.
Come on. Let's hear it. Music to my ears. Oh, Steve. You know, your mother always thought you clucked best.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I always thought she was full of shit. Just trying to make you feel better because you aren't a chicken. Oh, boy, I'm kidding. George got a good cluck, but you had to work harder at it. You really mastered it. You made us both proud. Remind me, what is it you do for a living again, son?
Dad, I told you, I'm a CEO.
I don't know why I bothered to ask. What the hell is that? Do you need money, son?
Fine.
George, let me hear what it is you're doing these days.
Well, Dad, I'm still making money from when I sued KFC. After my boss called me a bird-brained fuckface who tried to fry my wing.
Good boy! Sticking it to the man. No offense, Steve.
You dirty little...
Dad! Dad! I'm fine. I'm fine. Boys, I'm not fine. In fact, I'm afraid this will be my last birthday.
Oh, Dad, don't talk like that.
I haven't got much energy. George, there is something that has bothered me for a long time. I am so sorry I reacted so poorly when I first met Catherine.
It's okay, Dad.
No, it's not. She is a beautiful, proud congresswoman. I remember when you told me before you went off to Aggie Land that it was better to live and love and then lose it than to never love at all. And now it appears she will outlive me. You done good, George. 2 beautiful grandkids to boot. Honey, look at the tree we planted.
Okay, Cat. Dad, I'm sorry. We have to go. Cat's got a CrossFit match to get to.
Goodbye, kids. Catherine, love you all.
See you tomorrow, Dad. Okay, Cat, you can choose where we go out to eat afterwards.
Listen, Dad. I'm sorry I never settled down.
Knock that off.
No, I'm serious. I want to help pass on the lessons that you and Mom taught me. Help build this tree even bigger and stronger.
Son, if you do, you do. But it's got to be on your time, not mine. Something as important as love. You know, family building, you do it for the wrong reasons, the tree dies. We never had to worry about you. You're strong, independent. You've done us proud. I'm so proud of you.
My father passed away in his sleep. I was just a scared human boy living in a house raised by chickens. That fear kept me on my toes, but it was the lessons of a father trying his hardest that made me the man I am today. I still haven't settled down, but I'm in no rush. In the meantime, I just tender like a goddamn sex addict. It's shallow, I know. I'm working on it. That was our dad. He might have passed away, but the lessons he taught me are still alive in my head and in my heart. After he died, he was deep fried and served with a bucket of mashed potatoes and gravy with some biscuits. Doctors and nurses said he was absolutely delicious. I'd like to think they just weren't trying to make me feel better.
When is an appropriate time to be okay with your husband's death? I hurt so badly.
I wish there was a standard, dear. I don't think there's a rule about this sort of thing.
Am I supposed to just be sad and miserable the rest of my life?
course not, dear.
I just think it's time I start to feel, you know?
Well, it's time. It's time.
I just wish I would know how Corey would feel like if he's watching me, you know? Like, give me a sign.
Your husband loved you very much. He would want you to be happy.
Sometimes, Mom, I feel like Corey's in the room with me. Like, I can feel him.
I know, dear.
I love you.
Makes me feel warm.
Oh, that's sweet, dear.
I just wish I had his approval, then I'd feel a lot better.
I promise to support you forever.
You know, Corey, he loved you. Your happiness was always his first priority. He wouldn't want you to be miserably depressed forever.
That's right.
Thanks, Mom.
Even if it's a date with another man.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, she's not.
Mom, I love you.
I know this isn't easy, dear. I'm so sorry.
It's impossible. I'm so lonely.
Maybe I was a bit rash.
Well, I better run along. I wouldn't want to be here when your big date shows up.
You're the best, Mom.
Big date? Today? How long have I been dead?
Don't stay out too late. We still have Corey's funeral tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Wait, who? Oh, right. Jeez, it's so strange how quickly I can forget stuff sometimes due to my grief and all.
Jesus, is my body even cold yet?
Oh, it's early tomorrow. Don't forget.
Oh, worst case scenario, if the date goes late, I'll just have Greg spend the night.
Greg, my best friend Greg? No, he cannot spend the night.
Oh, but honey, what would he wear to the funeral?
Oh, he could just wear some of Corey's old clothes. It's not like he'll be needing them. Oh, shoot. Laughter helps me heal. Come to think of it, Greg would look good in anything, even Corey's outdated wardrobe.
Oh, that's my clever girl. Always thinking. Well, good night, honey.
Good night, Mom. Oh, Corey, what am I doing? This just seems so crazy. I wish you would give me a sign if you weren't okay with this. I would never go on a date with your best friend, but that for a second would make you angry. I just wish you would give me any sign at all, Corey, that I should cancel. It's just that my emotions have been so crazy the last 4 days since your death. I've just been so crazy. Horny. I may even let Greg take me in a manner that I always forbid.
What? Are you fucking kidding me?
The back door, shift and shuffle.
Who even calls it that?
Just so I can feel something again.
Oh, bullshit.
Let him make a mess all over my body.
Oh, I've had enough.
Just give me any sign at all that I should cancel.
Here's your sign!
Or not have his babies.
I'm
definitely not his babies.
I'm gone.
Behind the lines, no one knows what it's like to be hated.
I've had it.
What? What is it?
That damn boy, Lynn. That's how he talks back. Thinks he's so goddamn smart.
He is smart, honey.
He better be. He spent a fortune on the school. God help me, I didn't think I was investing in condescension as well.
You could do better, too.
What? With what?
The way you talk to him. You talk down to him.
The kid is smart, I'll give him that, but he hasn't ever lived. Lynn, did he ever have to run from his day job to his night job because the bike he rode had a flat and his wife was at home with a baby that needed diapers?
Oh, you keep reminding him. Too much, in fact. It begins to sound like noise.
That teaches you about life. That pain and fear that stews under your skin as you work through life and make progress.
He is trying to be a man. He needs help. We didn't give him that experience. We stole desperation from him and gave him tools, but no knowledge of how to apply himself or what it means to be resilient. We knew we needed a pickaxe because life was hard and we had to break through. Jackson doesn't know that. He's got a damn supercomputer with all the attachments and doesn't appreciate why. You have to be there to show him.
I tried.
Try. You Rub your experiences in his face, degrade him so he condescends in return. Work on it. He needs to be a good man and needs to love his father, and you need to cultivate that atmosphere. You're his father.
You know, I could say you always take his side.
It's not side-taking, you. Don't sweep aside what I'm saying by reducing it to side-taking. Look, you're a good man that I love. No help, Jackson, but I think sometimes, and maybe I'm being unfair, but I think what I have to say is valid. I think sometimes you feel jealous of his education and wish you were able to have had his opportunities. No, you didn't have his opportunities, but look what you afforded for him. You're a good man that I love. Now help Jackson grow and have a fulfilling education from school and his father. Love him, cultivate his growth so he loves you in return, and bond over the transition.
Jesus. Lynn, you're right.
Well, it's not about me being right. I just want you to consider my points at least.
No. Right. Thank you for that. For not making it a score. I was starting to do what my father did to me. I'm going to take a little drive. I just need a few moments to gather myself.
Okay, baby. I'm here, and I love you. No cigarettes.
I'm working on it, baby.
None today.
None today? I'll try.
If you're gonna have one, have one. I love you anyway. Just be nice if you could go the day, that's all.
I'll be back. I love you, darling. Jesus. I have an ego to check and a lot to chew on. I don't know if I can handle any more challenges.
Thanks
What?
for being receptive. I'm never scared to tell you what I think.
Oh, darling, we'll be all right.
Of course we will. It's us.
You know, I am feeling better. Maybe I won't have that cigarette.
Mom, I am a polyamorous lesbian with my art teacher, and I'm fucking Dad's boss. And you two better accept it, or you can die along your old tired ass ways of thinking.
Look what you've done!
I knew you two wouldn't accept me.
Jesus, what happened?
Jesus, don't ask me. Ugh, you bitch.
What? He is sassy today.
Nothing, Mom.
Oh. Bull honky. Someone did that to you.
Okay, fine. I got jumped.
Jumped! You need to learn to fight, my boy. When you're greeted by a couple bullies, target the biggest one, you pop him right between the eye. That's the only way to get some respect.
Okay, Dad. Hey, Kevin! Oh. Shit.
Honey, what happened?
It didn't work, Dad.
What didn't work?
He told me to punch my bully in the face. Well, it didn't work.
Son, that's a crazy idea.
You told me yesterday if I want respect, I have to punch my bully right in the face. Well, I did, and it didn't work.
Son, I was drunk. Besides, there are plenty of ways to get respect like
Honey, let me try.
Coach would have put me in, we might have won that big game.
Sure you would. Son, why don't you try to connect with your bully? Fighting won't get you anywhere. Try to connect on a human level.
I don't know, Mom.
Fine, don't listen to me. But I don't want to hear you complaining every time you get your butt kicked your whole life.
Okay, I'll try.
Oh, hey, twerp.
The name calling, the violence. What are you really running from? Aren't you really?
It's wonderful.
He totally is.
Then I punch his feet.
Hey guy, what's up?
Oh, not now, sassy Jesus. You wouldn't understand what I'm going through.
Listen, Troy, I've been around. I've seen some shit. You know what Madison is?
Of course.
You ever seen one in real life?
No.
I thought so. Now, listen. Life is tough and not fair. You can only control one thing, and that's how you react. Respond and plan your days. Keep yourself in check. Guard yourself when necessary, but you can't force change. Check your ego at the door, embody love, and be empathetic, and in the long run, you'll be miles ahead.
Thank you, Jesus.
You want to watch Frasier with me while I whip up some of my super cheesy, cheesy, crazy super spuds?
Yes! Oh. Kevin, I don't want to fight you. Just say what you have to say to make yourself feel better, and I'll be on my way. I mean, I get it. I'm a loser. I'm a twerp. And you've already proven you can beat me up, so what more do you want from me?
Oh, sweetie.
Now!
Hello, and welcome to Sex Talk with Chris Beans. As you can tell, I am not Christopher Beans. I am his mother, Susan Beans. Christopher is sick today, so I offered at the last minute to come in and fill in for him. I am very happy to give the sex advice. Now, a little about me. I have been married to Christopher's father, Jimmy Beans, for 28 years. So I feel very qualified to give and answer all love-related questions. Yes, Jimmy was my first and my only, and he took my virginity. Oh, but make no mistake, I am by no means a sexual bore. I know all about desire and masturbation. Yes, my husband and I enjoy all aspects of the missionary-style sex. Now, let's go to the phones. Hello, caller. You're on Sex Talk with Chris Beans.
Hi, yeah, 29-year-old straight woman living in Nebraska. And my boyfriend and I have been together for about 2 years, and he loves anal sex. But I cannot get used to it. What's worse is I have female friends that brag that they love it, and it leaves me feeling like I'm not enough for him. Or I'm worried he may find a girl that enjoys anal. Do you have any advice for a hopelessly in love woman who is trying to figure out how to stay calm during some asshole play?
Hi, caller. This is Christopher's mom. And oh boy, yeah, you called the right woman. No, that is not what that is for. Well, my advice to you is stop having sex. Yes, get married first, then have genital sex. Keep the hands, butts, and mouths out of it. That's just for the imagination. Thank you. Next caller, you're on with Chris Beans.
Hi, 30-year-old male caller. I'm in a monogamous relationship with my boyfriend, but lately he's been getting some pretty heavy sex abuse stuff, which I'm all about. I'm GGG and everything, but he's been joking when we discuss the safe word. He says, "Not this time." And he doesn't expect like you the safe word. I don't know what to do. I love him, but I don't feel like he respects me. And worst of all, I love his cock. And I'm afraid I won't find another like him, which I'm sure is silly. Can you help, Susan?
Caller, are you still there?
Yes.
All right. My advice to you is stop this cycle of abuse.
Oh, wow. Okay, strangely, that feels right to me. What do you recommend I do? Reach out to friends for support?
No. Just head for the hills, yes, and try to find a nice lady to marry. Then start thinking about having sex.
But I'm gay?
Well, and I love cheesecake, but I can't eat that all the time or I'll catch the diabetes. Colin, stay on the line. I'm going to give you the number to my pastor. I want you to call him for some extra help. And don't be frugal with the details. He loves counseling gay men in a very thorough way. Thank you. Caller 3, you're on the air.
Hi, my sister and her boyfriend like to dress up like dinosaurs and then paint my face like the rear end of a donkey and go to fucktown.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us. That's all we have time for today.
We have 23 minutes left.
What? No, Don, I can't do this anymore. I have to go home. I have to wash all this nastiness off.
Susan, you agreed.
But there was something about a dinosaur, and she said going to Fricktown. What?
Fucktown. I said fucktown. They paint my face like the ass of a donkey and go to fucktown.
Oh, well, thank you for the clarification. Did you hear that, Don? Apparently because I didn't say fuck, I must have been confusing the audience.
Susan, the network has us on thin ice already. I don't think this show is going to survive if you walk off right now. Do you know what that means? Chris is out of a job. Now these people are reaching out for guidance and support to find their way through their love lives in an accepted manner, and they don't need to feel judged.
Well, you really got me by the milk jugs there, Don. All right. I guess I have been a bit judgmental.
All right.
I will try to help them. I won't be a thorn anymore.
Okay. Now we will screen the calls. All right? Okay. So this next caller is a straight married woman. You good? All right.
Hi, caller.
Hello, Susan Beans.
Yes. How can I help you?
I'm a 34-year-old straight married woman. My husband and I have been married for 7 years, and over time, we are having less and less sex. And I'm afraid that both of us are just losing interest in each other. Any advice on how we can spice up our love life?
Well, yes, I can help you with that. Well, you see, a few years ago, my husband and I went through a similar spell. Well, you see, we're always supposed to be completely sexually satisfied with each other, you know, him with my yummy yum and me with his close to average go-getter. But things got a little stale. So, here's what we did. We created a God-proof room. In the God-proof room, which is our closet, we go inside, we turn out the lights, and we pray to Satan to keep God out. And then anything goes. But the most important thing is, just in case the omnipotent one does find a way to watch, you must constantly be saying out loud, "Oops, I tripped." That gives you plausible deniability.
That sounds kind of fun.
Oh, yeah, it's a hoot. Sometimes he trips and his mouth falls right into my lap. Oh, yeah, and then there's lots of times I go in by myself and trip all over my battery-powered toothbrush. Yeah, I get a real kick out of that.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, we have to go to a commercial break right now. But when I come back, I'm going to field a question from a caller who wants to try a Cosby sweater. Well, I have no idea what that is, but it sounds hilarious. We'll be back for more in a bit with Sex Talk with Susan Beans.